So I've got an itchy leg, if that, if you're wondering what what my hands are doing down there. Anyway, once in Fiumicino, I went to collect my Bagaglio, something like that. Bagagli, I don't know. It's the baggage place. I hasten to add that on each flight we got a drink, and these little sort of like, they don't give out nuts anymore, thankfully. They sort of give out little sesame seed cracker things. So I was flying with Air France and Air Italia on the way, so you know it wasn't bad quality. It's just that the airlines are so small that somebody my size, well, you know. So anyway, the train was no problem. You did have to get a ticket in advance, but you could go to the ticket office, and Platform 2 just regularly goes to the Roma Termini, which is basically the Rome terminal, the terminal in Rome. And I have to say, it is like Waterloo, Victoria and King's Cross all in one. It has to be the biggest train station I have ever seen, and I'm not joking there. It is huge, even on maps and from the air, because I had a look at I had a look at the satellite before I went, so I knew how to get from the terminal to my hotel. So I knew how to do that, basically. I knew my hotel wasn't very far away, but I had to work out where it was. I also bought a map, and I bought that in the airport before I left the UK, in fact, which was good. So I've got a map, but I knew the route in my head, how to get from Roma Termini to the Andreotti Hotel, which is where I am here, on Castel Fidardo is the name of the place. So anyway, so what did I do then? Yes, well, we got on the train, and it's a good half an hour. It is a good half an hour between Fiumicino and central Rome. But the train does go extremely quickly, and it's only €15, which for travel is not bad. The food so far has been seriously overpriced, but the travel seems to be quite reasonable. You know, so that wasn't too bad. Once I got here, the thing that I hadn't played into was the fact that it was dark. My phone started working as soon as we got to Fiumicino, but my iPod, the time didn't automatically change, so I'm having to add on an hour to whatever it says, which is a bit annoying. But there we are. Anyway, it wasn't too hard. Stopped for McDonald's in the train station, and then I walked here, and it took me 5 minutes maybe. I knew exactly where I was going. You come out of the door, and the map makes it look quite a long way, but in real life it's not. You come out, and the map shows, you know, a big looping road that comes down from the main road, past the entrance, and back up to the main road. Well, the thing is, it's all open plan, so you can see the open road from the door. Walk straight up there, turn right, and walk until you find this little sort of grassy tree, like big roundabout. I don't know what they call them, piazzas, I think, or something like that. And basically, it's the last road on that roundabout that's heading away from the terminal. So I just walked around the roundabout, up here, and it's in the first block. It's not even as far as I thought it was on the map. So, anyway, no problem once I got in. I got all my details out. He took my passport, scanned everything. The city tax is, he says, €2 a night, and I think I'm staying a couple of nights, so that could be 2, 4, 6, 8. It's about €10 that I'm going to have to spend on top, because some cities, like this one, have a city tax on accommodation. You can't blame them, I suppose. It is a bit weird, but some European cities do that. The other thing is that it strikes me just how crowded it is. It's a lot like London. Even at this time, it's dark out, but there's loads and loads of people all over the place. So I'm probably going to go out and have a wander around, because he did say that they do shut the door at 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, for heaven's sake, I'm not going to be out that late, am I? But there's a bell to ring if that happens. So, you know, fair enough, really. So I came in, checked in, no problem. He told me when breakfast was, which was fine. Gave me my room key, told me I was up here, second floor, and we'll look at the room in the separate thing we sort of do with rooms when we visit a place. But I have two really funny things to say. Firstly, I didn't know how to get into the room. He'd given me a pass key, you know, like an insert it in, and yet the door had a key, a metal key lock, and I didn't know how to use it. How do you get it? Anyway, next to the door is something that looked a bit like a PowerPoint, and I just thought, well, perhaps you just, you know, I was just waving this key card around, happened to flash it in front of this thing, it beeped and the door opened. And that's a lot like some of the train ticket to let me in here. Again, it didn't have a barcode on it, but you had to pass it over this sort of funny box thing, and it opened the door to let you onto the platform. So they're quite into that here, I think. So, oh, and the other funny thing was, then I got here, dumped my stuff, and the first thing I need to do, go to the P. And the obviously when they redo a room, they stick seals around so that you know that nobody's touched things or used them. So I went into the bathroom to use the toilet, and the lid of the toilet was stuck down with a paper seal that you had to tear to open it for the first time. I thought that was a lovely touch. Totally unnecessary, but very, 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 very funny. So there we are. That is how we shall leave it. I am here now, and I think, since it's still early, I can tell you exactly what time. That's something, in fact, that I've noticed isn't in this room. Clock. No clock. Unless that tells the time. No. That says 23:0, which is probably, I would imagine, the temperature in here. 23 degrees. That feels about... because I am a bit sweaty Betty. Let's have a look, shall we? This clock is saying 7:04, so it's nearly 8:05. So that's not bad. Yes, anyway, so I'm going to do my room tour next, and then I'm going to head out.